I used to do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. But then when I had kids, I realized that that's not what I wanted to do anymore. I wanted to spend all my waking hours with them. But if I wanted to make progress and stay fit and set a good example for them and reach my goals, I realized that I have to do it when they're not awake. Because if I want to be with them and make progress, something's got to give. That's why we do the 5 a.m. squat club. We're here every morning to make progress in our health and fitness and to make progress towards our goals so that those kids see that life is up to them and we can make progress for them. So if you're interested in making a change in your life, let's go. So if you haven't been here before, I'm Adam. I've been coaching health and fitness for 25 years. But a few years ago, we moved out to a farm to raise our own meat so that our kids could have the best quality. But as a result, I don't get into my gym very often. So this is the program that is allowing me and other busy dads to stay on top of their health and fitness and show their kids that they care. So join us. We're going to go through the same format here every day because repetition is key and all the steps there are necessary. So the first one is we are going to prime our minds. We're going to sit down and do what I call mental reps to set our focus for the day. Then we're going to get up and warm up the body. Then we're going to do some intensity for the day, so make sure that our body is improving. And then we're going to focus our energy so that we can do our most important work afterwards. Simple, simple. First step, come on down. Set the feet underneath the hips. If you need, grab a counterbalance. You may find this uncomfortable. You may find that you want to fall backwards. So grab a counterbalance. If necessary, a weight, a door, a table, a dog, and come on down. And what I want to do is tell myself who I want to be throughout the day. So I am responsible for the outcomes that happen. As the stimulus comes in, I choose what comes out. So if I reach my goals, it's up to me. If I fail, it's up to me. If something happens and I react badly, that's my choice. I am responsible for my life. Today, I choose to be patient. This is my challenge. Make time between stimulus and response so the response that people get is your best. I have all I need to succeed today. No excuses. Just do it. I have it. I will focus on progress, not perfection. Take a step. Don't worry about the end goal. Worry about the step that you can take today because that will lead to the step that you can take tomorrow, and over time, you're going to get there. And then I choose gratitude, and that's just a perspective shift. Don't see the negative, see the positive because it is there, and the more you see it, the more you don't see the negative. I'm responsible. Today, I choose to be patient. I have all I need to succeed today. I will focus on progress, not perfection. And then I choose gratitude. Okay, let's do it. So coming up on the screen here is a general warm-up. We're going to get the blood flowing, lubricate the joints, increase the heart rate so that intensity is safer and more effective. So what I do here is some hip flexor warm-up in the form of knee raises, getting the anterior chain warmed up. Then I'm going to get some good mornings, getting the posterior chain warmed up a little bit, the hips, hamstrings, and low back. Then I'm going to get in some just step lunges, get some blood into the legs. I will get some burpees, which I'll probably walk down at the beginning, and then maybe speed up the second round. And then I'm going to do some squats. So follow along with the warm-up. Do your own warm-up if you'd like. If you have a machine or something you like to jump on, feel free to do that. This will be about 5 minutes of getting the body moving so that we can be effective here. Today's workout is going to be some variation of L-sits and hang power snatches. So don't worry if you haven't done any of these before, or that sounds intimidating. You feel like you don't have the gear for it. Don't worry. I'm going to show you variations that are going to be accessible for everybody, no matter your level. So if you asked, anybody that knows me, they would tell you that, well, I think they maybe need to know me pretty well. Hopefully it's not that obvious. But if you know me well, I am good at, call it saying no. There's a lot of, books out there nowadays that are about saying no, not saying yes to everything, because what you'll find is if you say yes to everything, you don't get anything done yourself. I'm not that person. I don't really struggle with that. I'm going to say good at, but the second half of that doesn't sound good. I'm good at being selfish, call it. I'm good at prioritizing myself. And I've always done that. And I think there's benefit to that, but there's also a lot of detriment, which I'm learning as I get older. That being said, my focus definitely changed and shifted once I became a father. We've got 2 young girls here now. And don't take this to mean that I've become a different person overnight, right? Those of you that know me, I'm sure, sitting there saying, hey, wait a minute. This definitely is not perfect. And it's not. And that's not what I'm expecting. And that's not what you should be expecting, because we're aiming for progress, not perfection, that I can take a step every day. But, my perspective and my focus changed once we had those, the first little girl and then now the second one. And what you realize when you're with those kids is that there's not a whole lot that's more important. In that moment, you don't want to miss it. You want to be there. You want to see their progress and their struggles and how they react to that. And if you're not there because you're doing your own thing, you miss it. And this is where, my selfishness is tested, because I want to do those things. I want to be around for those memories, be a part of that. But at the same time, I've got goals for myself. And if I want to make progress towards those goals, which, before this program, I wasn't. So I was in this mental state of wanting to do something, but not doing it. We could call it kind of a cognitive dissonance place. Excuse me. Where life was going along and I was able to spend some time with the kids and, do those things, but I wasn't making any progress. I wasn't even working out, and I've worked out my entire life. So started this program in order to maintain progress or make more progress with those things, but still be able to spend time with my kids, show them the example. I'm feeling pretty generally warm here. So let's talk about today's session. 2 movements as usual, and we're going to alternate minutes. For 10 minutes, 5 sets each, about 30 seconds of work per movement. 2 movements are going to be an L sit with some variation. I'll go over some options here. And then a hang power snatch. So we'll talk about the L sit first. I've got these stacks of bumper plates, but if you had 2 chairs is a great option here. And what we're aiming for at a top level, which is not what I'm going to do because this is not as strong as it used to be. It's just legs straight out, heels above the hips if you can. But that's not what I'm going to do. I'll come back down here a little bit. So option number one is a standing option. So if you're feeling a little bit low capacity and the leg is going to go out as high as you can for as long as you can. That's going to burn. Maybe 10 seconds per side, maybe 5 seconds per side. Maybe it's not that high. Maybe you find something on the ground that you're just going to lift your foot higher than. To be honest, that's going to be challenging. So option number one is a standing leg raise and hold. And then, if you have the ability to support yourself on here, it could be a tuck. It could be a single leg. It could be both legs. I think I'm going to do reps. Oh, I don't do those a lot, so that's going to wreck me. So for the L sit, standing leg raise, supported tuck, supported leg out, or both legs, or the reps, as I said I was going to do. And then movement number 2 is going to be our hang power snatch. From a scaling option here, grab yourself a stick, a broomstick or a PVC stick. Nice wide grip on the bar, right in the hip crease. We're going to dip, jump, catch. If you find that that's pretty tight overhead, make sure that grip's nice and wide. You should be able to pass it through up there in terms of grip. So in the hip, dip, jump, catch. If you don't have a barbell or a stick and you want to do a dumbbell, that can be done as well. Do half and half, hinge, jump, catch, straight overhead. Hinge, jump, catch. So, or obviously if you have a barbell, that's what I'm going to do. Same wide grip on there so the bar sits right in the hip crease. Dip, jump, catch, receive. So I'm going to warm that up a little bit. Take a minute. Do the same. Set up your gear. Try out your options. Grab some water if you don't have it yet. And consider who you would potentially be able to share this with. If you know another father who is, maybe a new dad. I think this is probably, more challenging for people who have recently made this transition to parenthood, because it's just such a shift, and they're, just kind of getting into the swing of things, and it can be overwhelming. So if you know somebody like that, who's off because time has just been taken away from them a little bit, share it. Okay, let's try this out. Obviously, you can like and comment on the videos. Fantastic. Talk about how your time changed once you had kids. But really, the sharing, watching and sharing, those are the best things you can do to support this. Watch the whole video, do the workouts, and then share with someone. So I'm going to try a few reps here, and then we're going to get going. Oh, geez. Okay. That's going to tear that skin off my thumb. But all right, I think I'm ready. I think you're ready. 5 o'clock. We're going to go 10 minutes as usual. We're going to alternate minutes from some variation of an L-sit to the hang power snatch. And remember, nothing here is set in stone. If you find that one of your options is too easy or too hard during the workout, change it up a little bit. Increase it, decrease it, all good. No hard, fast rules here, right? We're just trying to move with some intensity every morning. So it's time. 5 o'clock. Day 87. I never even said that. The 5 a.m. squat club. Let's do it. I'm ready. I'll go L sit first. 3, 2, 1. Let's go for it. Oh man, those are so hard. It's 7 now. Let's see how that goes. It's gonna be a low rep day, I think. The power snatch there, we might go for 5. Chalky day. Warm day here. 3, 2. I know that's not 30 seconds, but oftentimes if we do a higher intensity movement, it doesn't take the whole 30 and that's enough. Remember that it's 5 o'clock, so not always a full warm up. Body's not always fully ready for all out. So I don't ask that of it. I ask something good quality. 5, 3, 2, 1. That's what I'll do. I'll get my reps and then just aim to at least hold support until 20 seconds. Whoa, this morning is hard options. Love it. Bleeding already. Nick the shin with barbell tensor. Seconds. Wow, I used to be pretty good at those. Getting back. All there is to do it. All there is to it is to do it. That's 9. Halfway. Oh no, that's 6. 4 more. 10. 3, 2. second last set of snatches. One more of each. That's it. Take a minute, walk around, catch your breath. Great work. So good. We're gonna aim to get into a runner's lunge here. Or you could call it a couch stretch, I guess. Just take your time. All right, so we're gonna get into this here. What you're looking at is you can start in a plank position and then take one leg out in front. And then you're just gonna send the hips forwards. And we're looking to stretch out the hip flexor and quad on that side. And those L sits. Amazing job. This feeling that you have right now, we call this moments of clarity. When the mind is not thinking about other stressors, it's not thinking about your tasks for the day. It is calm and it is recovering from the intensity. And the value in this is time for reflection. Thinking about why I'm doing this, why this matters, and just my goals for life and for my family. And it's in these moments that it's very easy for me to remember and realize that none of this is about me. This is all here to support them. Because if I'm not at my best in any way, mentally, physically, then I'm not my best for them. And in the end, switch sides. That's all that matters. So if you're somebody, if you're already here, you don't need this talk, but this is it. If you want to be in a place where you're supporting your kids well and achieving your goals and maintaining the example of discipline and just health and fitness for those kids, my plan is to do this every day. I mean, it's already 87 days in a row on YouTube, but my plan is to do this for life. My goal is that someday these kids want to join me and that they realize that, hey, I've got my farm chores and my job and my friends or whatever it is that I want to do, but I see how data continues to make progress and and he stays in shape pretty well, that I want to join that. I want to do that too. I know that there are already a couple people watching that their kids are participating, and I love that idea. So remember, we're here for them. It's not about us. So, and on that note, it's homework time, right? This program is multiple portions, multiple steps, for the reason that it's not just about fitness, right? Homework time is about sitting down and allotting an hour, carving out that time from your day to make progress towards your goals. Maybe it's planning a family trip. Maybe it's writing a book. Maybe it's starting a new business. Maybe it's working on a project that's going to be for them. Whatever it is, whatever is the most important thing that will move your life forward towards the place that you want to be long term, this is the time to take that step. Remember, it's not about achieving that end goal today. It's about what is the step that I can make today that's going to eventually get me there. So sit down, take that time. It's sacred, right? This time, if you don't make it, it's never going to happen, especially if you've got kids. So carve it out. Join us every morning. Let's make progress in the 5 a.m. Squat Club. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Most importantly, share this with someone who could use it. Let's go. Love you guys. 5 a.m. Squat Club. Let's do it. Let's see what it looks like out there. Meat chickens are all in the freezer. Wow, beautiful morning though. Have yourselves a fantastic day. Let's get it, team.